Alright, hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you the unboxing of the HealthyWiser Digital pH meter with ATC, which stands for Automatic Temperature Compensation. Okay, so I'm opening up this box here, and you can see there's a little flyer, a little booklet in there, and it tells you about the operation and the calibration of this pH meter, and also some notes and troubleshooting and also warranty instruction. Okay, so let's put this aside. So that's a nice little carrying case here, as you can see, and here we have 3 different pH buffer powders, so to make our pH solution for the calibration. And you can see we have like pH 4, pH 6.86 and pH 9.18. And you can see on the back that I already used, so it comes with 2 sets of these calibration powders, and I already prepared them. It takes like roughly 3 to 5 minutes to dissolve them. So we have these buffer solutions in the back. Alright, let's take a look at the pH meter itself. It looks very sturdy, and so it comes with an on and off switch and a calibration switch, and here it has like a protective cap. So let me open that up for you. You see the electrode. Alright, so let's get right into it. I'll close this and put this aside. As I said, I already prepared the buffer solutions, as you can see here, and they recommend that you do a so-called 2-point calibration. So if you measure buffers between 4 and 6.8 or 7, if you measure any kind of solution, then you do the 2-point calibration with these 2 buffers. And if you think that you have a pH that is between 7 and 9.2 here, and then you use the 2 calibrations. Alright, so let's follow the steps that they ask us to do. So we take our pH meter and I turn it on. I'll be careful. You can see it's a nice digital display in green. Alright, and I'll put it in our first buffer solution. So let's take, as it says in the calibration manual, put it into the solution of 6.86. And maybe I'll pull this a little bit further. And then you push the calibration button for 3 seconds, in this case, and then you release it, and it should blink. There you can see, or flash. And when it stops flashing, it's done. Alright, so what I do now is I just wash it quickly with distilled water, because you don't want to have any pH 6.8 buffer in your other buffer solution, right? So now we go to the second buffer solution as it's shown in the manual. So I'll put this here on the side, and also here we'll put our pH meter in, and I will put again push the calibration button for 3 seconds. I'll release it, and then I have to push one more time, and you can see the pH 4 is flashing. Alright, now it's stopped. I will take it out and I rinse it quickly. Okay, and now let's do the check. I'll go back into the buffer solution, and as you can see here, it's calibrated. You see it's at 6.89 and 6.88, so you have it's a little off, but that's very common with pH meters. So you see it will, like 6.87. So this is fair enough for what we want to measure. Okay, and I'll go one more time into the acidic buffer solution. You can see, and nicely, it also takes a while, a little bit to adjust, but it's pretty fast, as you can see. 4.02, so 4.00, so that's perfect, right? It's actually also the last calibration that we did. Alright, so I would say after we have calibrated this, I actually want to start measuring some samples for you guys, and I think I want to start with a low pH buffer, so I prepared something here. Here we have water, and we have soda. That's just carbonated water. And we have detergent, laundry detergent actually. We have half and half. Let me move that a little bit. Alright, and coffee. Alright, we move this a little bit. Alright, okay, so I'm expecting the carbonated water to be quite acidic, so the soda to be quite acidic, as would I expect for the coffee, because we know coffee and soda have acids inside. So let's use our pH meter and see what it says for the soda. Okay, usually you can also try to get rid of any bubbles that are on the electrode, and so that's interesting. So we have actually here 4.16 for the soda, so it's an acidic solution as we were expecting it. Now let's see what the coffee says. The coffee, freshly brewed coffee here. It's not as acidic, but it's 5.5, 5.49, as you can see. 5.48. Okay, 5.48. All right. Okay. So these were the two acidic solutions that I had, and the other solutions here, half and half, a detergent, and also water. Water we know is around 7. The detergent is also basic, so it's above 7, and the same is true for this creamer and milk. So I would recalibrate our pH meter now quickly, as recommended. So we'll go back into our first solution, push 3 seconds, release, push one more time. Up. Okay, let's start over. We put it in the solution, push 3 seconds, and release. And there you can see it's flashing and calibrating, and done. Okay, this was buffer number 6. pH number 686, and then we take the higher calibration solution, and again I'll go in there, I'll push 3 seconds calibrate button and release, and then I push 2 more times, and now it calibrates for 9.18, and it stopped flashing. Alright, so now it should be calibrated between 6.86 pH and pH 9.81. Actually 18. Alright, so let's check that. The water. So you can see actually here, the water has a pH of 8. Roughly 8. It's a little bit more basic than we were expecting. But this is actually ultra pure water, and I was probably also expecting that it has a little bit higher than, it doesn't have a pH of 7, so a little bit higher, so it's a pH of 8. So let's see what the detergent says. Let's start with the detergent last. See what the milk says. Half and half. That would be basic too, right? Oh, okay. So here we have 6.41, which is kind of acidic, a little bit, which might be through the lactic acid that is in our milk. So we have a pH of 6.4 roughly. Okay. And now we'll measure the last one, which is, I'll rinse it carefully because we have a lot of milk and creamer in there. The last one is the detergent here, and that should go up to 8.2. So it's a little bit more basic than the water. I didn't put a lot of detergent in here, but probably if you take pure detergent, we can increase that to 9. So that's a basic solution. So let's do one more test, which we all know, which we can use at home. So we know that a lot of people drink coffee as it is. So let's see what the coffee measures with 2-point calibration. Pretty acidic, in this case 5.07. And what you do usually, you add some milk to it, not only for the flavor but also to reduce the acidity. So let's do that. Add some half and half. Oy, oy, oy. I can't even pour. Alright, forgive me that. And so we see we have an increase from 5.01 or is 5.1 what we had to almost 5.7 in this case. So we could raise the pH and make it a little bit more basic, and that's also a second function for milk, as we know. Alright, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.